Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is still Wednesday, May 11th, 2022. Another whip-saw day, like out of control. Let's see, negative for the market, positive for the market, negative for the market, positive for the market. Then we end up pretty negative across the board. It's like, it's a freak show. You all know that. And, well, let's try to make some sense of this. It's really out of control. So what happened? It's unexpected. No one knew this. Nobody. Not even you or me. How about duh? Yeah, we did know that these inflation numbers were going to come in hotter than expected. And the market is trying to swallow it one way or the other here. The NASDAQ or the tech sector did take the biggest hit today. Why? Again, because these numbers are abysmal with regard to our economy, and we've got some other stuff we got to talk about too, there is the worry of the market that the Fed is going to be more aggressive raising rates moving forward. Look, we all understand how this is going to work, and I really can't get it why the market has gone pretty much full retard. And what am I talking about? Look, the Fed is going to raise the federal funds rate. Inflation is going to continue to surge higher by design. The Fed has no intention to stop it, and they can't unwind their balance sheet. You know why. No one's going to buy the debt they're holding that is yielding less than you could buy on the open market. I mean, it's the biggest piece of propaganda being sold to people right now, but the market seems to be buying it. I just don't get it. But anyway, look, what the freak ever. So with that said, market's falling under pressure yet again here. You got cryptocurrencies which turned around and then reversed. There's all this talk yet again about regulation, about how, stable coins, cryptocurrency is a threat. But, we've been hearing this shit for years and freaking years, whatever there too. You and I both, for me, it's very simple. I don't trade this stuff. I'll say it again for the millionth time. I've been buying cryptocurrencies for a very long time. And I really don't care. The day-to-day action don't bother me. The week-to-week, even the month-to-month. Because all I am waiting for, and I know it's going to, and I feel strongly, should I say, that we are going to get an implosion in that debt market. That's all. Period. The end. That's the reason why I hold cryptos. That's the reason why I hold precious metals as well, which also turned around, put on some gains today. The implosion in the debt market is going to be a game changer, and cash is just going to move people from risk on to risk off. That's it. That's how I see it. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. But I think that's the most likely scenario moving forward. Despite the fact that the market here didn't do so well, oil and gas producers did. Not all stocks fell today. My portfolio overall put on a gain today. Not much, but a gain nonetheless. Mostly because of oil and gas. Devon, which is my only oil and gas producer now. You all know how I played this. I sold my ExxonMobil position with a nice profit. My Chevron position with a nice profit. I put it all into DVN. And it's doing very, very well here. I will be adding to that position again moving forward. Consumer staples did well today. Look, again, I brought this up before. Not all of your portfolio is going to perform the same way, up or down altogether. So this is why you stay more or less diversified. And despite the fact that we're seeing crypto taking a hit here, something that I really feel that, look, there's a lot of people that don't like the crypto space, and I am clear on that. Believe me. A lot of people love the space too, okay? I'm one of those guys, but I understand that there is extreme volatility in that space. It is not unusual to see 50, 60, 70% swings in the price of any given cryptocurrency. If we know one thing, that's it. And, a lot of people can't handle that. And that's okay. That's why the space is not for everyone. With regard to precious metals, look, there's a lot of people lately who are hating on this stuff. It's crazy, and I don't understand it, but that's okay. Oh, you shouldn't. Greg, I cannot believe that you're still pushing the narrative that people should be holding physical gold and silver. I can't imagine another way, a better way, to be betting against the debt and becoming your own central bank. These are units of wealth. They are not units of debt. And that's how you take the opposite side of this hyper bubble in debt. I mean, what else you want to do? You hate crypto? That's okay. You hate gold and silver too? All right. What do you want to do? You want to stay in the dollar here, whose comparative strength is stronger? Yes, but its absolute strength is dissolving. Do you need more proof? Look around you. Okay? Its purchasing power falling for 13 consecutive months. And you think that's going to stop? Really? Not with the spending spree from our retard president, who now the House overwhelmingly passed another $40 billion for the Ukraine war. How do you feel as an American citizen here funding yet another war? Imagine my surprise. And everything else here. And then you got our president again talking about, what's his slogan here? Lowering costs for families. Oh, really? You see, what he's trying to say is, you haven't seen anything yet. The president is a puppet of the central banks. All presidents are. Our last president, the illustrious Trump, calling for negative rates, weaker dollar. Oh, yeah, rah, rah, rah. That's working out real good, because we would have got the same thing we're seeing now. Doesn't matter who sits behind the Resolute desk, people. And when some of you understand that, you're going to all be better off. Your vote don't count. If your vote counted, you would not be allowed to vote anyway. I think that's pretty obvious here. So again, on the back of this extreme volatility in the stock market, 10-year yield came down, a little bit of a safety trade, fear trade here. We're not seeing an uncontrolled spike. Yes, as I said recently, and I showed you that chart, there could very well be more downside to this market, at least in the short run. But that, again, does not mean that there are not deals to be made. There are not opportunities to take advantage of, not just in the stock market, but in everything else. If you're a guy or a girl out here who likes this crypto space, like me, you love seeing what we're seeing right now. Again, you understand the volatility. You realize why you're holding cryptocurrencies, at least in my view, because I believe the market cap is going to 2, 3, 4 times what it is now. When the wave of cash leaves the debt market, putting a massive amount of pressure on the stock market, I still don't believe, and no one could convince me, that these little dollars grow dollar wings and fly off to money heaven. It just cash just moves from one reality into another reality. It's really that simple. And I still believe, honestly, that the debt bubble is not only is it the greatest threat to humankind. I've been speaking about this for years. We're going to face a resource problem, but commodities in aggregate are going to go to the freaking moon. And I believe cryptocurrencies are going to follow suit as well. That's the reason why, again, I hold this stuff. With regard to the equity market, I still believe there's deals to be made. I think there's, look, in every kind of an environment, there's always opportunity. And as I said, not every stock is falling just because the Dow is down, the NASDAQ is down, the S&P is down. You got to look for opportunities and pounce on them. I mean, that's really it. I don't see the big one happening. Yeah, this is kind of an ugly time for the market, but where is it written that the market can only go in one direction, meaning upward, for years and years and years, and we not have to deal with a situation like this? Okay, I understand maybe a lot of you haven't been around long enough to see these kinds of moves in the market, but this is really not out of the norm. And if you don't believe me, just let your fingers do the walking. I mean, open up a search engine and you can look at charts, you can look at commentary. This is normal, what we're seeing. There's booms and there's busts and there's things in between, and that's the way the market is. But the last thing you want to do is get all panicky about it. Once you do that, it's over for you. You just got to sit back, take it in, realize that sometimes these things happen, and just continue to wade through it and look for opportunity. Whether it's in the stock market, whether it's in cryptocurrencies, whether it's in gold, silver, platinum, palladium, or commodities, or anything else. You just sit back, you evaluate the situation, you stay cool, you keep the action below the waist. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're all going to be okay. I really, really do. Let's see. What did I forget to tell you? I don't know. What do you think about our illustrious imbecile president and his repeated lies? I mean, they all can't stop lying, all of them. It's unbelievable to me, but that's just the way it is. Janet Yellen talking about what a threat cryptocurrencies are, stable coins. Oh, it's a real threat to the system. Really? You see, she should know because she is a former Fed chair herself, and they are public enemy number one. Janet Yellen is still and remains a public enemy of the highest order as well. But, that's just, what else would you expect in this freak show environment? It's too freaking much in my view. Oh yeah, how about this? How many times over the past, I don't know how many years, Morgan Stanley warned, at least 2 years, warning about the stock market. Oh, they're warning again that more losses look like they're going to happen for the stock market. I guess they're going to be right. Okay. Look, at one point, I guess every dog has his day. And even those out here are calling for a major crash. And I'm one of them. I have said we are going to face a moment of reckoning with regard to this market that people aren't going to believe. An extremely rapid, and I mean rapid, sharp sell-off in equities that's going to make people's heads spin around like the freaking exorcist. That's really the truth. But it's not going to start in the stock market. It's going to be a debt market implosion that precedes the big one. And I'm going to tell you yet again, if you haven't heard me say it before, an 80% sell-off in the S&P 500 is a real possibility at that moment here. What we've seen now, this is nothing, absolutely nothing compared to what's coming down the pike. When this whole thing, this debt bubble that's continually being inflated and fueled by crisis to crisis, wars and this and that, whatever they got to throw at people. And then you got our president out here. Oh, yeah, duh. Let me see if I can get a coherent thought together for a moment. Thank you. I'll get a lower cost for you. I agree. When I look at that man, that's what I see. I don't know what you see, but that's what I see. All right, look, I'm out here. Love you a lot. Please share the video. And I'll see you in the morning.